What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is DBaleni Football Channel, Kaiser Chiefs Football Channel. Football from the fans' perspective. I'm back after a very long time. I think it's been about 2 months, if not three. I've been off and I've been doing other things. I've been busy with other things and I've been sometimes you need to take a break. Sometimes you need to take a break. But we know as much as it is the offs. It is off season. It is a transfer window. There's always football activities happening, especially for those that are running YouTube channels and podcasts, and for the news outlets. There's a lot to do in this period, more than just reviewing games and stuff like that, because there's players that are being released from the teams. There's coaches that are being released. There's players who are being signed, others linked to different clubs, and there's a lot of traffic that is happening, and it requires as much attention. But yeah, man, I've been off. Sometimes it's good to take a break. Sometimes it's good to take a break, but I'm back, and yeah, just to do a recap of the transfer, because it's still continuing. Kaizer Chiefs released, I think, about 12 players, a lot of players that had to be released, because we knew there's going to be a change in Kaizer Chiefs in the camp. We knew there's a lot of players that have not been, pulling up their socks. There's a lot of people that have not been contributing to the club as they should, and as Coach Zwane had said, that heads are going to have to roll. And the release of Bernard Parker, Apey, Mpahlele, Kambole, Agai, Ntiantia, Cardoso, Nukovic, Castro, Manyama, Bakas, and Dumisani Zuma, and also Lebohang Lesako and Darrell Macheka sent back on loan, but this time around they will be playing PSL for Swallows, for, just a quick recap on the players that are released. As far as my reaction is that there's few surprises. I had expected Parker to remain. I know a lot of fans wanted Parker out. I'd expected him to remain because of the role that he would have played, that he has played throughout the season, even previous season and the season before. The leadership role and the work ethic and that kind of experience. And I'm surprised. I was very surprised when he was released, and I was surprised. Another player that left, in fact, wasn't really surprised, but I had wanted Leonardo Castro to remain, because I knew that there's very few number nines, especially focal number nines in the country. And even going out and looking for those players, teams no longer release those kind of players. But with the news that we're going to sign Preez, I knew that we're gonna have to have a number nine, a focal number nine, a player that can hold the ball, that can harass the defenders while there's players that are running from behind. So I had expected Castro to remain, but yeah, man, it happened. The decision was made. I think it's still a good decision. The players that I'm happy they left. Player number one is Cardoso. Cardoso, I'm very happy left. I'm very happy left. He's a flop in Kaizer Chiefs, the luckiest, one of the luckiest human beings you can find. Played each and every game, each and every season for Kaizer Chiefs, costing the team. He didn't deserve to be part of that team. Bakas also didn't deserve to be part of Kaizer Chiefs team. I know a lot of people were saying, yeah, he needs to be given a chance. I think he was not giving us anything. He was loved by fans. He wasn't giving anything. Nukovic, I'm happy he left. He was a salary thief. He's one of the guys, the highest paid, one of the guys receiving a lot of money for nothing, really for nothing. And I knew that going forward he was not going to give Atazwan anything, because Atazwan doesn't believe in how he plays. And the other players, I'm not surprised that they were released. I'm not neither happy nor sad that they were released. It's just a decision that had to be made. Survivors, Mulomwanda Mato, I knew he was going to survive. I wanted him to survive. Tower represents one of the players that were there in our glory days, players that know how Kaizer Chiefs win, players that have won with us, players that have fought with us, a player that has been in the national team, the same as Kune. I know Kune's leadership. He's been the captain of Kaizer Chiefs on and off the field, and there is no doubt about it. And I didn't think they would release him, and I'm happy that he remained, and I'm happy that Tower remained. Mato is one of the players that when Snake Man was knocking on the door, when Mamelodi Sundowns wanted him, even Orlando Pirates wanted him, he chose Kaizer Chiefs, and he stick to his decision. And if somebody chose you, you need at least to be able to choose them. And I'm not surprised that Tower remained, and in fact I'm happy. Just a few signings. I don't think they're enough. I think there's potential. I'm going to speak about signings. We're going to go to player per player. What are they adding? Kaizer Chiefs and stuff like that. Siyethemba at the age of 29 signed from Amazulu. Yusuf Maart signed from Skokune, 26 years. Matlo signed from Swallows, 23 years. Mahlatsi from Swallows, 23 years. Dylan Solomon from Swallows, 23 years. Actually to Preez from Stellenbosch at the age of 24. Same as Quinika signed from Stellenbosch at the age of 28. And you look at those players, you're thinking there's a lot of potential. Zita Kunika is coming, he was a Stellenbosch as a captain. He is a graduate of Kaizer Chiefs, development structures, and he's been a very solid rock. He won Player of the Season for Stellenbosch. That's solid. Ashley Dupree, we know him. Sithebe as well, Sithebe, Yusuf Maart, Mahlatsi, Dylan Solomon. I think Dylan Solomon is one of the guys that are going to go out there and give us, something. A lot of people doubt him. I think I have a lot of hope around him. I think he's one of the players that are going to come into this team. And if they find their feet, they're going to be one of the favorites in terms of how fans of Kaizer Chiefs enjoy a certain kind of football. But we still need to sign. I don't think the transfer business of Kaizer Chiefs is over. It shouldn't be over. We need a striker. We need that number 9. We know that Siyethemba is back in the team. He was promoted, I think, 3 years back, and is back in the team. And is part of the COSAFA, the National Bafana COSAFA team. And is one of the guys, similar to Ashley Dupree is not the focal point, but is a very good, forward player. We need a number 9. There is a couple of number 9s Kaizer Chiefs is scouting, and they are trialing. And we'll speak about them. We'll speak about their names. And I don't know, man. I don't know. We just need a number 9. All I'm saying is that we need a number 9. We need a striker. We need a focal point. And I don't know if Kaizer Chiefs will be able to spot the right person. There's a couple of there's 2 or 3 from outside, and there's others who are trialing also from inside. The players from Stellenbosch, one from TS Galaxy, and the other ones are from outside. And I'm thinking we need a number 9. We really need a number 9. If we can get 2, it will still be okay. There's injuries. We need to have depth. We need to strengthen our bench, and we must have options. In terms of the verdict, in terms of signings, to be honest, I'm happy so far. I don't think they are the big players, but it's players that have potential to become big, to assert themselves in the game, and if mentored alright, they can actually be one of the star names in PSL. They can influence the game in PSL. They can actually lead Kaizer Chiefs into the Kaizer Chiefs we want. And I'm very much hopeful. I'm very, very much hopeful. We'll speak about players, like I said. We'll speak about players, player per player. We'll speak about the possible formation that I think Athazane will have to adopt. We have a couple of defenders, centre backs. We've got a couple of left backs and right backs, and I think even in the midfield we have enough players. The problem is just a striker, and yeah man, I'm happy to be back. DBaleni Football Channel, Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel, football from the fans' perspective. Love and peace, Bafethu.